I want to point out one thing. EG had first pick Dire 2 times in a row, which means that they really prefer to have this first pick because nobody in the right mind is choosing Dire ever. So if Vici Gaming is a fan of second pick, and many teams are, they just managed to get second pick Radiant 2 games in a row, which is pretty hype for them. I also expected, so the last time they first picked Void, they followed it up with Lich, so they definitely saw this coming. I expected Axe Sky. Instead, they got Axe Winter Wyvern, which Winter Wyvern is a good counter to Void. But then they actually banned Sky themselves, even though they have the first pick coming out of this second phase. So I'm a little bit thrown by a loop by what Vici Gaming's doing, but no surprise with the Kunkka, though. Kunkka always a good pick versus Void.
I feel like, I don't know, just as someone who loves the hero Void, like these are 3 heroes that
I'm like, play against.
I'm like, you don't want to play the Void here.
You're not. When do you deal damage? You need like 3 items, right?
The thing, because the thing about like Kunkka and Wyvern, like the great thing with Void is you have this Chronosphere. So you hit 6, you make a movement somewhere, you pop Chronosphere, you get a kill. When there's these heroes in the game, that's not easy to do. A Cold Embrace or a boat, and suddenly your early game effectiveness, it's just shut down. And those Chronos at the start do not warrant you these guaranteed pickoffs, these guaranteed kills.
Yeah, and well, we see the combo we saw, what, a couple months ago, maybe even more. You got the Grimstroke, you got the double Chain Frost now.
And you're going to have a little bit more, maybe like double Laguna Blade or something. You know, like Owen's analysis of the Void and like the way it's counterpicked is really on point because, you know, that leads where the Skywrath Mage Ban comes in, right? It's like,
that would have
okay, well, you can't, like, you save him from the physical damage, but we're still going to blow up that one hero. And Evil Geniuses is very likely going to go down that route with some other hero, especially when they pick up the Grimstroke like that. Does come with a lot of team fight. 2 heroes that pair really well with the Void. We've seen a lot of Lich Void. We've seen a little bit of Grimstroke Void too. When Lich was banned out, I don't think we've seen these 3 heroes together at this tournament yet.
Not at this tournament. No. Interesting. A lot of team fight, which, you know, EG, they like to get all kind of team fight. And, well, Vici Gaming, they're going to just get the Gyro exact same spot they got it last time. And I'm sure Gyro's never really a bad hero, right? Especially the fact that you can put it middle or safe lane. But with the Kunkka on your team, right, maybe it's already decided, unless it's a 4 Kunkka.
Or a 3 Kunkka and a 5 Axe.
Yeah, they sure could.
Have you not seen that?
I mean,
you know Manly Axe Picker, right?
Yeah. And I remember Puppy did it, but that was, what, like a year ago?
Yeah.
5 axes. Remember during that era when it was just all the 5s were just picking Panda, just all the strength melee heroes? Yeah, they're all 5s now, whatever. And there we go. You talked about it, Owen.
I wanted to see this. I did. I said Abed, you know, much more confident seeing him on his Ember Spirit in terms of being able to rectify a bad laning stage and making up for it with good plays around the map and still being able to keep himself towards the top of the game. So I think EG fans out there can feel a little more comfortable seeing Abed on the Ember rather than on the Invoker this game.
I mean, yeah, he has a pretty bad matchup versus the Gyro and the Kunkka, though, right?
Oh, sure. I mean, overall, I'm still looking at this draft so far, and I feel we're sailing on the route to a 2-0.
I agree. I like the first 4 picks. I'm very
So is
curious.
this Wyvern a 5 or a 4? Because we've seen a lot of 4 Wyvern recently.
Yeah, I guess it's... Who knows? They can probably decide as they go, right? They get overall last pick.
They can Shadow Demon against Ember Spirit. Shadow Demon 5. Another save against the Void Chronosphere. And I believe Disruption. I'm not 100% certain about this, but I believe you're untargetable during while you're put under Disruption. So technically the second Chain Frost won't land. That hero's disrupted or something like that.
And whoa, that's a
punch.
Yeah, that's a Ramses hero right there.
He's a stinky boy, so I mean that is we know it's gonna be the Ramses hero.
Okay.
They ran this at least once in the NA qualifiers, and it looked really strong. This hero comes with this innate regen from his passive. It starts off at like 5 regen level 1 or something really weird like that.
Yeah.
And they've got a really good pairing with it in the Grimstroke, so
Yeah.
that's cool.
I'd say both of these supports, right? These are, I think when you play Pudge, these are like 2 of my favorite supports to play
Yeah,
next.
just run at people, and
Exactly,
they're there.
yeah,
Oh.
with the Frost Shield.
It is
Oh,
going to
Vano.
be a support axe.
It's the 4-axe, though.
Damn.
The 4-axe. And look at ROTK. Nah, we got this.
Counter picking the
Easy.
Void, taking a little bit from TNC. Who said it? Who earlier was like, why isn't anybody else picking up this Venomancer?
Yeah.
And we talked,
I am.
Adroit was the one team who did it, but
Yeah.
of course they're Southeast Asia, so they were exposed to the Venomancer a little bit sooner. I think it's hard to be able to like run a Venomancer off lane if you don't really understand the concept and your whole team plays around it. Vici Gaming saying we've got enough information, we're going to be able to do that ourselves.
Okay, who are we liking here? We see that. Is this going to be a TNC versus Vici winners bracket final, or is EG going to take it to a game 3? Do you think? Cool.
4-axe is kind of weird. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I'm totally comfortable with this, but I think Arteezy has a really hard game. He's gonna have a tough lane, right? He's got Yang, who's gonna be spamming him with poison, and he's gonna be battle hunkered.
Yeah, that's a
If
lot
I'm
of damage.
Arteezy, I'm baby raging all the way out of that lane. I'm going jungle at level 2. So that's going to be tough. And I'm not convinced that Pudge Grimstroke is going to be good versus a ranged carry in Gyro.
Okay.
I'm leaning towards Vici Gaming.
Okay, OD Pixel, I want who you're picking
Oh, yeah.
and why in 5 words.
Vici Gaming, because better draft.
Okay, makes sense to me. This could be the end of today. The main stage starts in 2 days. Who will be there in the winner's break? Who will be there in the loser's break? We're tossing over to the casters for game number 2.
What a guy. Grand Grant. My goodness gracious. Game 2, Trent.
Wow.
And it's a Pudge. It's an axe.
It is a
four.
Pudge. The
What's
people,
happening?
you've stayed up, you've waited. You
Or you're
wanted
awake
something excited, and you got Venomancer! No, I'm just kidding. You got Pudge. You guys are all excited about Pudge. I like Venomancer personally. More my guy. It's like playing NG from TF2, but you're in Dota. I think that's kind of fun. But you guys like the hooks. You like the rotten flesh in a heap, and such you will get. So one thing EG tend to be good at is getting the right lanes. They like to dive really deep, get aggressive wards, try and figure out where people are moving to. Or in this case, they've actually done none of that. What do we have? Crits down here. All right, crit scouting. So the whole point here is, where is Arteezy going to go? And look where he is, guys.
Oh, I think he's just blocking, though, isn't he? And that-
Exactly.
Okay.
That's the question is, where's he going to go? Because he's
I
going to
see what you
sit
did.
mid until someone reveals, and then he's going the exact opposite place wherever this Axe and Venomancer are. So they've parked themselves up top. He's going to go bottom, and then he's going to make the TP back. They have a Radiant Observer Ward down bottom here, so they're also trying to spot a core, but neither the Ember or the Void showed here, so.
Can I tell you a little story real quickly?
No, I'm good.
Thanks, man. The story that I have, as I'm just going to tell it anyways, is when I first saw this PYW guy in Serenity, somebody told me, like, just call him Paw. And part of the reason that stuck in my head is because he was playing Tiny. He was playing a lot of these strength 4s that make a lot of things happen. You just paw somebody down in the lane. Sort of like, you know, hit somebody like a little dog does over and over again. So to me, this is like his type of hero. It fits. It looks weird.
You're really
but I
taking
really
the
like it.
Chinese memes to the extreme. Yeah, we call him Paw. He paws the enemy heroes.
Exactly. You get it. Oh my god, Abed. You're taking a lot of damage there, my dude.
How many heroes can do this? Look at the paw. He's pawing away.
That's right. Not many.
Just happy to trade away versus the level 1 Pudge.
Ori there might have been able to make something happen if you would have found the hit. And Ori, animation cancels, so the Sleight of Fist is not going to dodge on that Tidebringer.
You know what I love is Ori on playmaking heroes. Ooh. You know, the Ori Puck, Ori Kunkka, anything where he's having to like set the pace of the game. Big fan.
You're speaking my language. And that is kind of the microcosm of Vici as a whole. They make things happen in the mid game, and last game, that was not what EG was doing. Do you think that EG has a lineup to make things happen better in this game?
They're going to have to. They have a Pudge. I don't think he's looking to lean back too much. It's going to be Pudge and an Ember. Abed and Ramsey's doing their thing, trying to create that space for Arteezy. And here comes the palm.
Let's see what he can do. Big old paw on him. And Ramsey's taking a lot of damage.
Who's the
though.
ma of this team if he's the paw?
Who would it be? I mean, my money just says DY, right?
Yeah, I guess
takes
so.
care
It's
of
position
everybody.
5, you know.
Yeah.
Mama bear. Makes sense. Hastrun will be picked up here by PYW as he heads down bottom. Level 2, hasn't taken a second point yet. He's looking to get something done.
Oh, they want to run at the fly, the captain, but they didn't hit the Splinter Blast. The two-person call into just mawing him with his paw as they get the hit, but now the back out afterwards, and looks like the Hastrun is not going to be enough to secure the kill.
It was a pretty good trade for him, though, right? Had to pop the salve there on the Lich. And he only lost like 20% of HP on the Axe.
Yeah. Runs back in with the Battle Hunger, just getting aggressive in these people's faces, getting level 2. Doesn't even have boots, but can just run them down. This is a hard hero to deal with at these early stages.
What's really important for EG is, though, they're not getting like fully bullied out of the lane, and they still have opportunities to play aggressive because you have a Lich.
Speaking of Lich, oh, the call though to try and save a life, not going to be enough. Fly, the one that draws first blood.
Lich and Grimstroke are not defensive lane supports. They really want to be forcing kills and playing aggressive into the enemy. Like, you don't really have saves. You're not waiting to be reactive. You need to be proactive with both of these heroes if you want to have a good time.
See the missile go out there. See if they can get proactive and make something happen. The unfortunate thing for them is that the only real kill target, it feels like, is DY. It's dependent on him being out of position, as Crit instead is going to make the move across the other side of the map, catching out Yang here with Ramses in tow. And having that level and rot now, it should be enough. No, not going to be able to make it happen. He's too afraid.
Now Yang coming back in with 2 points in the Gale. He got him. All right. Hey, yo, Crit, get back here. Deny me.
Regen?
Bro.
Regen? Is it enough?
I mean, I would just want to get denied. All right, he got it. We're good.
Okay.
I figured it'd be easier with the right click, but we're cool.
That man knows what he's doing. So yeah, another missile's going to go out there. It is now a tri-lane versus a dual lane. So Arteezy just going to jump through that missile. Does leave him a little bit vulnerable now with only that 1 point in the time walk. Can't really stand up and trade against the Axe.
Yeah, Crit leaving kind of hurt them, but hey, it's paying off because they're going to get a kill here on the Yang.
Well done. Ramses
Nice
gets
hook
the
from
kill.
Ramses. Down bottom, they forced the flight out of DY here. Fly trying to battle back, but I think he stayed a bit too close. And he knows it, just has to throw the body in there. Mistake there from Fly, and good capitalization on it from Paparazzi, the homing missile.
That does also mean that EG is going to be struggling more in this bottom lane as they get the call up top onto Ramses. Just going to take a good bit of damage. Might need to try for a deny here. Likely his best option. Not going to get it though. Yang gets the kill.
It was during bounties though, and they're going to miss out on both top because of that. So good play by Crit. I notice Ori has not been stacking that camp either for his gyro in the mid lane. Perhaps maybe he hasn't been playing a lot of Kunkka lately, but it feels like he could have just been torrenting either side here to maybe help out Paparazzi in the mid game. Don't really see a big threat from EG on stealing them with these heroes.
Definitely not.
But Ori,
gonna make
he's
the
got
rotation.
bigger things on his mind.
This is a huge kill. If he can
Dude,
get
he's
the range.
level 2?
Yeah, that's oh my god. All right, he's dead.
I'm sure Ori just showed up and was like, what did you guys do to this man? Like, wait, what? How often does that happen? The level 6 guy shows up to boat a level 2 carry. Uh-oh.
Poor Fly gets ganged up on in the trees too. Yeah, I mean, you look right now in the net worth not really feeling that significant of a lead, but experience very heavily into Vici's favor already.
Wow. I mean, he dodged the hard lane, and he got this one.
I mean, you look at it right now, and collectively, Vici has more denies than I think EG has last hits, with the exception of Ember. Like,
I'm sure it adds up. I'm
Yeah.
not going to take the time, but I believe you. I'm just going to trust you blindly.
it's pretty rough right now. So, Yang level 6 also, it's really hard for anybody to kind of stay in that lane against the Veno. And
This is when Veno like really starts to feel good. When you hit that 2-2-2, this has been the build for quite a while now, but like all your abilities just have this like great scale on their second point. They're all value points, right? Your ward HP more than doubles, the poison sting more than doubles on the DPS, the Gale damage per tick more than doubles.
Ugh,
He's a value guy, you know? He
What
can't
is
help but get the second level.
so gross. Yang definitely knows how to make it work for himself. Just going for a bit of a different build, going for the Bassi, Windlace, Ray Fan is down bottom, trying to make something
Trying to
happen
make that
here.
Aquila, but it's just not coming out. I don't know. Something, it must be a bug or something.
More. Phase Goot's done for the gyro.
You heard the panel talking about how, like, why isn't every team just picking Veno? And, you know, the VG seem to have a pretty good wrap around the concept because they have the Kunkka. And I think, like, your off lane tends to be this initiator and aura builder. And Veno can build auras, but he can't initiate. So getting that out of your mid laner on the playmaking Kunkka, as you're seeing aura putting all the plays onto Abed right now, makes up for that gap that you lose when you have the Veno here. And Veno, though, much more oppressive than most offlaners. Ramsey's bold play.
Not gonna work, and has to TP away immediately, still rotting while it's happening. He'll be back up afterwards as Arteezy, oh my god, that's one way to do it.
Yep.
As they get both the Inkswell and the Frost Shield, and they take down Paparazzi.
Yeah, they need that.
I mean, he wasn't quite level 6 yet, but still, big kill.
Yeah, that XP, about 100 each going their way. The final blow went to crit, though, so he can invest already into his Arcanes with a Bassi, a fairly rich Grimstroke.
Ooh.
At this point in the game, he's right up there next to his Pudge and his Faceless Void above all the other supports in the game by a good 700 gold.
Well, and you talk about that experience that he's been able to get, which is really nice, definitely, but you also saw that Ancient stack that's coming out soon, and Ramsey's just going to get jumped on here. They find the Pudge and get the kill.
Or he's got the style point, just gives him the free hand, doesn't even bother with the X. He's like I think I can hit a Gale Pudge, guys. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. No, it's true, and like that's the benefit, right? He has only 2 points, so it's hard to get that initiation from this close. Or he could go for the X onto Abed if they want. Not the easiest kill in the world to get the slight dodges as well as just remnanting away afterwards. Torrent, well, or he can just not use any abilities, and Abed taking a ton of damage. Throws out the remnant very late. Is he going to die? Doesn't look like it. Splinter Blast, not enough damage, but almost. And he is going to get the TPU. Dude, he's playing that fast loose.
Yeah, that was a little bit scary with the Wyvern there. Has a bottle, though, so he's instantly right back. Does not have the bolas to continue a chase here, though. So they do have some deep vision in here. So they're spawning a couple low HP heroes nearby. Ori's farming up and gives Crit the confidence to move forward here.
This is interesting, too. EG already gained a ton of damage onto that tier 1 tower mid. And UAW back behind, maybe going to look for a deny here. They're also TPing in the Gyrocopter, level 6, already applied very low HP. He's going to get caught. Abed does manage to take down the tower. It comes at the cost of his position 5. I think they'll take that every day of the week.
Yeah, we had a whole meta for like a year and a half where Gyrocopters just rotated right at level 6 for every fight they could. Still a pretty good option in 2019.
You see there Abed just trying to force the Gyrocopter to even use up his mana. Knows that he won't go down. PYW, does he get the 4th one? No, but still 3 bounty runes going to Vici.
So this was the cost of all the rotations of Ori, though, right? He left the mid lane, constantly moving around, got kills bottom, got kills top, and then the Ember's able to take his tower. But in the meantime, the stacks did eventually happen, and Ori, well, he's not saving them for anybody, just for himself. You only have 1 point in the flat cannon for Paparazzi, and Ori's like, yeah, I got this, don't worry.
Definitely nice. It's like the hook there a little bit off the mark. Not sure if Ramses was going for the catapult or just going for the Yang Venomancer. Regardless, top 2 spots right now held by Vici Gaming in terms of the net worth. Venomancer very farmed in this game. But you see, not too far behind of them. EG have a pretty decent farm on their other heroes, and they're heroes that can do things, which is something they did not have last time.
It's not the mentality of EG, you know. doing things across the map is... did Fly... All right, his tome's coming. I was good. Oh, wait, no, it's not. It's just an Observer Ward. All right, Fly is just not going to be level 6 for a little bit here. So he's getting some time on the lane instead. Arteezy, he's being scouted by a lingering Observer Ward there in the Dire Jungle, so they know that he's not down here, but Abed dives in on DY.
And this one, there are other heroes from Vici showing up. They get the Winter's Curse. Already Remnant is out, though. Goes for the taunt, trying to control. Ori afterwards throws out the X. Torn is going to connect. Also, he could remnant over to the side. Finally goes there as he dodged away from the call down, but Abed eventually going to die. They also lose the Grimstroke.
Yeah, the aggressive rotation not paying off here from EG. Very quick response. The fact that you're going on the Wyvern, who's level 6, who can just, has a couple defensive options with the Cold Embrace, as well as very happy to throw out the Winter's Curse. Not the longest cooldown, just 80 seconds. And right next to a shrine, you're pretty sure you're going to get saved if you use that.
Right on the ice armor. You see the Veno wards drop down back behind so they can see any heroes moving over to the side. Inside those trees, but don't get anybody. Now, again, you look at this EG lineup, and there are some decent ways for them to fight once they actually start to get together a little bit more. You can see Arteezy going for a Maelstrom this time instead of a Midas that we've occasionally seen. As
Ori.
Abed looking for it. So aren't going to connect. Ramses kills off Yang on the other side of the map while this fight is going on. And DY, I mean, Abed does not care about Ori, apparently.
I don't think he gets the damage, though.
No, not yet at least.
Yeah, so it looks like we had quite a few heroes down there, though, to get the kill on the Yang at the same time. And, oh, well, Abed's still going. Okay.
Time gets the kill.
I thought he left.
What in the hell?
Why didn't he leave? DY, yeah, that's a deserved tip. He's like, again? Can you just leave me alone, dude? I'm very happy to Winter Curse you all game. Do not test me.
Space? I don't know. You're looking for things to find that were positive.
It's like the space was made, and then he went for it again. He's like, yo, I need a whole universe, not just a galaxy, dude.
Oh, they hit the creep, and unfortunately will not be able to connect on that kill for the Veno.
Abed says, attack Radiant bottom tower.
All right, let's see if they can do it.
How beefy's our Pudge right now? He's got 20 HP regen. He's got double bracer. He has a hood being worked upon here with his cloak. He's trying to be the great buffer down here. If I didn't know any better, I'd say they're thinking about smoking here. Abed has taken the smoke, so he mad.
Yeah, he is.
He's dictating this game, he says. I'll hold on to these things there, Fly. No more of these solo ward smoke missions, all right? I got kills that we need this match. And here I go. What's that little tomb over? Oh, it's my gravestone. Oh, well, I'll just kind of hang around there. And he does escape with some smoked up Radiant heroes closing in.
I mean, I don't know what you do really to, I guess, like, go Lincolns or something awful like that for Abed later on in this game. He's going to go for drums to try and live through it, but feels like they've almost always got the setup there of Winter's Curse into just anything, you know?
He probably shouldn't be dying. Like, he's a very high skill Ember player, so he's looking for that slight dodge on the Kunkka combo, and so he's thinking that I shouldn't die out of Winter's Curse. So, he's just going to build normal Ember stuff. I don't expect him to deviate into anything too wild.
Okay.
I mean, maybe eventually, but not anytime soon, I don't think.
So bounty runes.
Nice bola set up onto the Veno.
Oh, and they've got the Winter's Curse out. Yang in a little bit of trouble himself as they bring him down very low, but not enough to find the kill. Now Ramses also going to be losing his life shortly, although maybe the double Chain Frost, the jump in, the Chrono. Oh, it's a Legion of Pain as they all get killed off there. Crit, though, he's also getting ran down by Ori. Ori looking for the cleave kill. No! Ember's like, that's what you get for not smoking with me, mister.
That's like the one way he couldn't run.
Oh.
He even ahead of the Remnant. Why did he just move north? Why must you kill me?
Well, nonetheless, a better fight for EG. They did lose their support Grimstroke there at the end, and you can see the power of Grimstroke glitch.
So it's kind of like a now nobody wins fight. I guess it's better for EG, as he said, because they got a little bit more gold, a little bit more XP, and the Gyro's not farming this whole time. So that's the real victory here, as Arteezy gets to continue hitting creeps with his Maelstrom.
What a frustrating team to try and push into also.
It goes both ways, for sure, right? Like, between the Venomancer and the Wyvern and the Chronosphere, as well as the Pudge.
Yeah.
I think it's hard to get past both of those, like, walls. DY has just played amazing so far, by the way. That looked like it was just going to be a free pick onto the Veno, but DY up on the cliff, able to get the Winter's Curse for the save. And now Yang is planting.
Look at this.
Is he out?
Dude, he just walked. There's 5 heroes down here for Ember, or for EG, and all the rest of the map is being farmed to AVT right now. It just feels like they're outplaying him, honestly.
I was down for Yang to stay. I was into that.
Call, dodged by Abed. While Ori finds the X. Torrent looking for the slight dodge. Able to make it happen with all those creeps there. So Abed keeps himself alive. And it constantly feels like it's just kind of reacting to the moves that Vici are making. Arteezy does get the tower down bottom.
Yeah, I think that was a good response from EG though. Like they spotted the fact that they dove behind the tower a little bit, saw the Veno was gone. He just left those wards behind, so then they rotate out as well, just leaving Arteezy. There's no counter rotation from VG to spot the weakness to that. Now it's only Arteezy there with no chrono, so they get the tower and they also go back to farming. So good moves from both teams for the past couple minutes. What is next for our big items? I mean, we're waiting for PYW to really get into something. He's just been like kind of, you know, mingling near the bottom, thinking about going towards that Blink Dagger if he can. The Veno is just slowly building up a couple of auras, no real game changer items there, but Ori wants that Radiance, and this will help.
Finding Ramses. Crit in the area. Got to be a little wary as the Grimstroke ulti comes out. They do have Chain Frost, but fly a little ways away. Not wanting to throw it out as of yet. They instead, the Winter's Curse, they find the Lich. Torrent comes out. And what was looking like just one pickoff turns into a second. Vici punishing again.
Dude, DY is my favorite. I love this guy. He's just like, yeah, I want a free kill on a position 5. I don't care. Winter's Curse isn't that value this game. It's good versus Chrono, but it's kind of it.
Does allow Abed to push without too much fear up in that top side, but in the meantime, they're taking this tier 1 tower mid, and yep, Radiance done for Ori. They jump in, Chrono gonna connect there onto 2. Is there enough follow-up damage though?
But where's
Radiance is still burning the whole time through. Ramses able to get it as he pulls him back in, finding the kill onto Kunkka. The bash is now out onto Yang, looking to escape though. Arteezy not wanting to chase any further, or maybe just go towards Yang, but he just time walks in the pull out as the hook saves his life. That was close to tragic.
They're still chasing though. PYW, he wants it.
Thinking
the big
about
chop.
looking for the finish. Splinter Blast, jump away. Can he escape? No. DY gets the kill. Abed hoping to make something happen as the Chain Frost bounces around a couple times. Ramses rotting, gets out the damage, but the heal coming from DY. It's not looking like it's going to be able to take down the gyrocopter. Does he die? Yes. They get that kill, but on the other side, PYW kills off the rest of them.
Dude, he got the slam dunk on 2. Gets crit, and before that, he got Abed as well. And so much work there from a phase boot axe just running through the back line.
He's pawing him.
Yeah, that's what he does. You can see a very chaotic fight there. Plenty of damage from the big ulti there from Yang as well. That fight just was all over the river, and Arteezy tried to escape after the ulti in the first place there from the Veno. Or I think it was just the Gale at that point even, as he was dropping low, and he runs into a gyrocopter farming the neutrals. So just well spread out here from Vici as that fight took place.
You can see there even like Ori passes by with the Radiance just to make the farm a little bit easier for PYW to get towards that Blink Dagger. Like Ori's set for items. He doesn't need anything else right now, I don't think. Well, obviously you want more in the future, but at least right now this is the power spike, and if they can augment their already strong items now with the Blink Dagger on Axe, it's feeling like EG are in a ton of trouble.
That fight reminded me a lot of their strategies from last game where they were like pushing the envelope when they knew that cooldowns weren't available. Like they get that one pick on the Lich, they know he can't buy back right away, so they force a Chrono with no Chain Frost.
Boat, pull back in, gets denied!
Yeah!
When you got a chat line because you had to kill your teammate, you know, that's a highlight, but kind of a Pyrrhic victory. And in fact, Winter's Curse, any follow-up? Nothing. Okay.
All right, now, Abed, you tip him. That's definitely tippable back offense, I believe.
Wow, and you can see Vici just smoke up immediately afterwards. So even though they don't have Winter's Curse, they still want to reveal this Blink Dagger onto somebody. Oh god, PYW, if he could get it. This would be such a big call. They break the smoke, looking for the opening. It's a dangerous hero. The jump in, it catches for the call. Where's the follow-up? Torrent, is it going to come out? There's nothing there. Ramses, though, looking like he might be in some trouble. They get the Venomous ulti off onto both of them, but Arteezy is shown back up. Another heal coming from DY. The Chain Frost can't come out. Is it going to be strong enough, though? Looking for a heck of a lot of damage. It is enough to bring down Yang, but not kill him off. They take down PYW, but nobody else. Shrine up heal, and that's going to be the end of it.
Oh, no lingering damage there on Fly. He will survive. Felt maybe this time Vici went a little bit too deep because they didn't have boat. they didn't have the curse.
Yeah.
They didn't have that much for that engagement. Just really relying everything on top of the Venomancer in that one. And a little bit of help from Gyro at the end. But looks like everything's still heading their way. Still a 6K lead here as they did get the kill on the Ramses.
On Abed, recognizing danger, just backs out of there. So, looking at the state of the game, 3 cores from Vici, all at 10K net worth. How scary is that if you're EG? Do you feel comfortable at all in this game, or more comfortable than you did last game at least? Or is Vici just looking to run away with it?
I'm feeling pretty awful, I think. They have Radiant's BKB soon on this Kunkka, and I think Orius is a complete monster. It's going to be very difficult to kill, especially if he gets off boat. I mean, even without boat, he's hard to kill. Like, what if he's the boat buff?
Yeah.
Like, they're building all of this magic damage, too, right? And they already have the pipe on the Venomancer. Void is a lot of magic damage. Ember's a lot of magic damage. He's building Maelstrom, too. Pudge is a lot of magic damage. So, I'm a little concerned, I think,
Okay.
if I were on EG.
Yeah, and it feels like this combination of, Grimstroke, Lich can be very strong during this mid-game timing before the BKBs come online, but they haven't really been able to benefit too much from it yet. They've kind of found a pick off here or there, or a trade here or there, but now with these online, like you said, it's a bit of an issue as we have this pause here waiting for the mic issues to be resolved. And hey guys,
Some
how's it going?
casual mic issues, yeah. I mean, I guess I'm talking about the pipe there on VG, but they also have a pipe on Ramses too, and it's also quite a bit of magic damage. It's just a very magic damage heavy game, really. I mean, the heaviest physical damage is pretty much the Kunkka and the Gyro, so that is still an edge the VG have. There's just not that magic damage going on there, so.
Let's go back into it.
And the pause begins and
Hey, it's
ends,
down
so away we go.
All right, let's see. So, 22.5 minutes, 6,000 gold lead. I mean, do you feel like EG need to make something happen before those BKBs come online? Or is it still too scary to fight into boat with that pipe that you're talking about?
I think they just need to fight whenever Chrono's up,
Okay.
which is a very scary proposition, but that's the point they're at. Just, like, they have to be such giant wins, because when Chrono's down, there's not really cooldown issues for the side of Vici Gaming, right?
That's true.
Like, what's their longest valuable cooldown? It's pretty much Venomous, or the
Poison
Nova.
Nova.
Yeah. So, that's not a great feeling. And so away we go again. Chrono is up. His BKB is there as well, so perhaps they can find a play here. As Yang is going to head to the tower to create that defense. They're going to shadow him from the top of the jungle. Fly there. Abed there. But the blink.
Oh, God, no. The slate
Oh,
dodge.
Yo, he good.
Ember.
What did
Mr.
you
Abed.
What did you
That's right. Show him who's boss. And they will not be able to find that kill, but they will be able to find that ward.
Yeah, Ori also escaping up top there as he was pressuring the top lane. TP's back to the mid to grab that wave. So, yeah, nice maneuvers there from EG. They wasted a little bit of time there from the side of Vici, but PYW, he's still hungry. He's still looking for something. 25 minutes approaching soon, so more bounty rune engagements, and there's a big old line going top here from the side of EG saying, we are fighting up at the top bounties. Everyone get here.
Let's see if they can do it. Force the engagement. Gather together. Huddle
Oh,
up.
they're going to try a smoke. What is this play? They have a very fresh ward here. DY knows.
Oh,
The positioning.
Oh, wait, maybe. Paparazzi there. Do they reveal? Doesn't look like it.
Yeah,
But they might have seen the courier. I think that they saw the courier. Yeah, they know. Oh, they know. Oh, man. Ward up on the high ground. Reveals the Ember. Damn, the courier moved over and it dropped off an item, and I saw Kunkka ping it, I think. So they will not be able to take that fight the way
Throw
that they
a
wanted.
hook.
Just get him.
But alas, no battle will happen here.
And in fact, PYW makes the long old run down to bottom with that.
Oh, this is the best feeling when you make this play. Does he go for the other one?
Nah,
Ooh, he's a safe boy.
he's a farmer.
Just wants to get himself a BKB. Will Arteezy check? Does he have the confidence that it remains? He doesn't. He thinks it's probably gone. But Crit, a support player, Will he go? No. Will fly? Will he be the savior of the bottom bounty rune?
He's
This
got to
is
let
all
it,
we have to look forward to right now, guys. I'm sorry. It's a lonely bounty rune.
you let it marinate a little bit. Makes it all the
Grow
juicier.
stronger. Yeah, it's true.
Oh.
Oh, crit.
Oh, do I
He's
see it
coming.
coming? Well,
yay!
now the downside is that this is happening over to the other angle, and the torrent comes out. Oh, they got the X afterwards. BKB popped, wants to run away, and he will be able to escape there.
Yeah, does not have TP. I mean, obviously there was
Yang
a curse
died.
anyway, so. And Yang died. All right. Wow, what a action-packed bounty rune minute that was.
That was very bizarre. Aghanim's gyrocopter now. Gold leads staying the same. But that was the BKB 10-second charge, if I'm not mistaken, for the Void as well.
So they're well tanky enough now for the side of Vici to take the Rosh if they want. Just like with the Kunkka and the Gyro, like they can do it very fast. Axe can just kind of help out a little bit there too. So that could be a consideration once the Chrono gets wasted from the side of EG.
Once it gets wasted.
Oh,
You don't
sorry.
have a lot of faith.
Once it gets used, I mean, it's the only way it's not wasted is if you kill 5 heroes.
All
Like,
right, that's fair enough.
it's very difficult to play this game right now as Arteezy and as EG as a whole, I think. But I do think VG are perhaps being a little bit too reserved at the moment. I know they're scared of Chrono, but they probably don't recognize like how much stronger they are at the moment, like with these BKBs.
Yeah. We do have kind of a nice little timing here. Lich just got level 2 ulti, so the damage bumps up from 250 to bounce per 400 per bounce.
Times 2.
Hey. Leap there, onto 2. Boat coming out afterwards. They're going to be hard to kill, but they're all grouped together, looking for the call, the catch onto both of them. Chain Frost is going to bounce around, but the BKBs are already there. Still bouncing, not doing a whole heck of a lot. And the X as they pull back Abed. Now looking for the follow-up. Arteezy is there, slowing down Yang, still holding on to that Chrono. But the Winter's Curse comes out. Is it going to be enough? They kill off that Veno, but the big call comes out onto both of them.
He's
The
dead.
Torrent afterwards, they destroy. No Chrono used at all, but Abed, can he play cleanup to this one? Ramsey's looking like he's in a little bit of trouble, but Abed jumps into the midst of both of them, gets the heal coming out from DY, and the jump in. He's going to be able to escape. Abed makes his way away. Fly is going to eat the dirt. Triple kill for Paparazzi. Are they trying to next level play this?
I mean, they're trying to make some sort of a big play here. Now the call down, though, onto crit. DY wants some of this, but he's just going to TP out. Now he's stunned.
And now they get him as well. So a 4-for-3 exchange in the end. EG managed to win that fight without Chrono.
That is very impressive considering the
Well-
stun there.
Ramses did buy back.
Still, though, that was before the fight happened. Plus, they're so far down, though, that's still a net worth gain for them. I mean, look, it's like over 600, and they got the XP lead there, too. So completely fine in that regard. In fact, the fact that they kept Chrono and won a fight is actually kind of awesome.
Yeah.
Because now they can potentially find another one and maybe even cut this lead in half. Like, you get a good Chrono that gives you a better traded fight where it's only like 3 for 1 or something, and suddenly this could go down to like a 3 or a 4K lead once you add in the factor, like, you get this Gyro, you get this Kunkka, you stop them from farming for a minute or so, and you're right back into this game.
What a turnaround. Abed did so much in that engagement. And I think we've seen the power again of having that like double shield type thing to throw on top, whether it's the, you know, the Grimstroke or whether it's the Frost Shield from the Lich.
It's a big difference that we've seen in both games between Vici and EG in that VG drafts so that their support players can have impact and they can do stuff, right? Winter's Curse, an Axe with a Blink Dagger like this. They can make counter initiations. They can win engagements single-handedly. EG draft like they have 2 5s. Not so much last game with Crit, but I mean, Crit didn't really get a lot done. Last game's the Pango. He kind of struggled. He didn't make any of those big plays. And this time they've just kind of given them both the buff button.
Right.
And said, hey, if you guys hit that combo, that would be sick. But other than that, could you just please cast your buffs on our carries and let us handle this?
It's really interesting, too, because I remember when you and I were talking before TI doing our prep for EG, the old EG, one of the things that we noticed a lot was that it was like a lot of team fight-oriented supports. And this is a very different mentality that they've got this time around.
Yeah, they have, you know, quote-unquote team fight in the Soulbind and the Chain Frost, but that's just something that is so
Right.
hard to hit. It's, you know, you compare that to, as you're saying, like the Axe and the Wyvern. Like, that's just point-and-click team fight.
Easy peasy. So 30 minutes in, we have a little bit of Vici need to lick their wounds and head back to their side of the map to farm up. Ward dropped down on the Tinker spot. So they will see PYW in the area, and Void moving over here. Could go for a quick pick off on his own if he wanted. Mjolnir is there, hits away, keeps the punches going. Does he use the Chronosphere? Doesn't look like it as of yet. The chase is continuing. He's got full vision down here, so does see that there's TP rotations coming in. Winter's Curse. Good bit of damage there. He has the Chrono still if he wants to use it. The rest of the heroes showing up for this. Gotta be careful. Paparazzi in the area as well. The call's gonna come out. Fly gonna see if he can save his buddy, and PYW eventually gonna be ran down.
Yeah, now Arteezy, though, he's used that BKB. He can't go for the TP.
He's got to be really careful, but they're kind of all set up for a Chrono as well. If they wanted to go for the big combination, Fly just trying to give his life here for his core. And the TP away. No! The Torrent hits! Oh, that's going to be a big kill there, but I thought it was Arteezy. It's not. It's just the Grimstroke.
Yeah, it's all right. And just get him out. Abed's cutting the waves at the same time, so... Hoping to get a Boots of Travel Courier, too.
There you go.
Almost ran right into it, but not that he would have known. But good plays there from Vici. That was a really deep dive there. Maybe you can argue that EG are making space and kind of drawing them all back. But because they weren't able to trade favorably, and once again they don't use the Chrono, then EG are going to continue to lose out on the net worth game here as the Boots of Travel come out a little bit later for the Yang Venomancer compared to its counterparts.
Yeah, about 20 minutes later.
Yeah, just slightly.
As we get into this next phase, Rosh definitely on Vici's mind at this point in time.
It's not quite the Arc Warden levels where you have like the Arcane Rune and you just spam all the spirits. Think about how many Veno wards he could get though. I mean, they could just be all over that pit.
Ugh. It's gross. Yeah, I like this though. The Aghanim's obviously on that Ember Spirit. They throw out the hook just to make sure that Rosh is not being taken. So it could have been a concern. Octarine Core next for that Ember. As the Aghanim's is going to be completed and brought out to him. BKB also done for PYW, so the Yule Scepter no longer going to be effective from the Ember to interrupt that big call. He's been hitting some good ones. Winter's Curse. Torrent, Boat, gonna connect. Got full control. My man in trouble. He is done.
All right,
You need an answer.
And crit, looks like he'll be fine. They will give up on that. And so don't get cursed. That's what he learned, I think. It's a pretty good lesson, I would say.
Oh, wow. I mean, and again, it's kind of a testament to Abed that, you know, he's only gotten caught these couple of times, but when he does get caught, it really hurts. Just finished the Aghanim Scepter, so there's no chance for a buyback, and they can't contest this Rosh being taken.
Yeah, it's going to wind up being free for them. As Arteezy probably going to have the Satanic done by the time they make high ground here. Assuming he has the other components, he does. So maybe that Satanic will be the answer to help him survive through these calls and all this damage from the Venomancer too. Veno's been very active with the Spirit Vessels too though, so if this is like post-BKB or something, he's going to be in a lot of trouble.
Trent, every Wyvern that I see just looks amazing. Like, is this hero really, really good? Like, everybody's talking about Coddle 5. Is Wyvern the new Coddle?
No, it's a worse ulti compared to Coddle. The laning stage is like kind of similar. Better at pushing at waves because you still skill your nuke, unlike Coddle. So you got that.
Yeah.
It's one of those similar, like, I'm a position 5 player that can like single-handedly win fights. It's definitely
Right.
possible, but I mean, DY's been playing extremely well. I think it's hard to make it look this good without Aether and without Blink.
Yeah.
Like, with everything he's hit, you would think that he at least had Aether this game, I would say.
Right.
All he has is the Glimmer Cape to try and get close.
He does have the 90 GPM talent at least on that hero, but yeah, it's been looking very good from the Wyvern. See if he can keep up that level of play. AC done on Kunkka on top of the BKB now. That's still a 9-second BKB. Is Fly just going to die?
Yeah, he's, you know, doing his thing.
Sorry.
Bounty runes. Was there a... Did he deny it? Am I miscounting? Oh, no. Arteezy got one. I miscounted.
Got it.
So it looks like he went for it and was unsuccessful.
Pudge has that GPM talent now. 180. Very nice.
Solar Crest to try and help with that big damage from Arteezy. He went for the time lock talent as well, the plus 70 damage. So,
okay.
yeah, throw that Solar Crest on Arteezy. Starts beating away into somebody. If the BKBs are down, we'll have quite a bit to work with here into someone like Paparazzi.
You can see the MKB Butterfly already done on the Gyrocopter. And Gyrocopter is level 25. He is so farmed. Paparazzi is just a monster.
What's the second highest? 22. Jeez.
Dude, how is this guy so good at Dota?
He's had a great series so far. Like from the last track to the hey Ori, I can show you about Gyro if you'd like. I mean, Gyro, Ori had a good game too, but this is just unbelievable. And they're gonna smoke up, looking to follow Ori with his haste rune, try and create a free pick. And they have the Aegis to work with here still. Oh, actually, yeah, they do. Yeah, we're good. Still another 2 minutes.
Probably also keep our eyes a little bit on where this fight goes. Ramsey's going to get caught right at the start. A bit of damage out with that blade mail. Pops his own BKB, wants to run away, but he's getting down low and he's going to get chopped.
Oh, man.
UIW finds the kill.
Arteezy's there. He has the time walk distance too, but he needs his Lich and his Grimstroke if they're going to win this fight.
Yeah.
And the real goal is somehow killing Paparazzi without Chrono.
Possibly. Ooh, just barely able to sidestep that one. That was really close. You said that level 20 time walk is there. Abed going to try and make a little bit of space at the start. He has to be careful about that winner's curse.
Dude, he's just spamming it with the rockets, forcing out these time walks, though.
Yeah. Not really left with that many options. And already the tier 3 tower is down. Buyback from the Pudge. What can they find?
They're Xing BYW and then perhaps sending him in for a call to try and set up for like a torrent or something.
And the buyback happens. Nothing gets done. EG lose the tier 3. Can't find a pick off. And Vici, they're not going anywhere.
Here comes the Gyro Courier. He went back home. He brought a Blink Dagger here for DUI. So now we have a Winner's Curse initiation.
Gotta be careful.
And another X here on the PYW.
They get the vision up on the high ground. Smoke up behind, revealing everybody. Big call, gonna pull him in close. They don't know about that blink from the Wyvern. As they're looking for the follow-up. The catch, though. The follow-up, the Chrono. It's on to 2, but the Winner's Curse interrupting it. Chain Frost, Samar bouncing around a little bit, but it's not quite doing enough damage as of yet. Everybody's brought down low. Can they kill Paparazzi? They do, but he's coming back in just a second. In the meantime, Ori just laying into all of these heroes. Yang is super low, but not dead. The good hook pulls in Paparazzi further. Abed down super low Yule Scepter to save himself from that missile. But in the end, it's only the Aegis.
It's so disappointing to lose that fight. I thought they actually had made this incredible play where they broke up that X pullback on the Axe, so that created a 2-unit instance in the base where they could actually get a Soulbind and the double combo off, so they were finally able to pump out some of this damage with the combination thanks to that Yule's play by Abed, but still not enough. They are just so far behind right now, even with this Wombo combo. The beefy boys of Vici are hard to bring down.
And what was it you talked about earlier on? When cooldowns are used, Vici are going to shine, and they're staying around this area. Boat is going to be back up again in about 15 seconds or so. If they want to, they can just keep the pressure on. Not worried about a thing.
Yeah, that Blink Winner's Curse is back here in about 10 seconds. And then I think that's really all they're missing. The Nova's not really that necessary at the moment. They can just get these really quick kills with the Kunk and the Gyro in the vicinity.
Well, over here to the side, Arteezy. UIW looking for a find. Jumps up, gets the call. He found him. But the BKB, the runaway, need to be careful. The rest of them are showing up. Evacuate EG. They get the Grimstroke catch onto both of them. Chain Frost bouncing. One of them's BKB though. DYW brought down super low as the Chain Frost just completely dismantled them.
So while that was happening, DY also Winner's Cursed Abed as Paparazzi and DY went to kill the Shrine. Abed tried to stop them and he just spammed them with the missiles after the Winner's Curse and just killed them during the long stun.
Now, they do manage to get the TP out there with a couple before they get caught, but yeah. Abed has not been able to do what he needs to in this game so far, it feels like. Below the Venomancer right now. This missile eventually going to be dodged. Oh, nope, it's going to hit him. He's getting close to that MKB, but not quite there yet.
Got that tome as well. They're handing it over to him, trying to get to that 25. I don't even know what's better this game. Probably just going to be I feel like he's going to take the backtrack. I mean, the 175 is cool and all, but yeah, you can't really rely on that. With the range the Wyvern has, you can't count on 175 being enough to stop him from interrupting.
Yeah, it's too
or
tough.
Saving allies.
Winter's Curse is just so good against Void. So, at 40 minutes in, Vici looking to try and secure their berth into the upper bracket finals, where if they win this game, they'd face off against TNC, and EG just hoping to hold on with their life.
Yeah, they're trying to drop some sentries down here, but they're just not finding this vision. Been a very VG vision game and series so far here, and they've now picked up that gem once again here from DY. I believe who has he passed it off to? Somebody. Oh, it's on the courier. Well, there you go. So he'll take it himself, and they'll just guarantee all that vision now as they aim towards the next Rosh, which could respawn in a quarter of a minute, which is also known as 15 seconds. But I'm filling for time because I think this game's over.
That was some impressive NA math right there.
Thank you very much.
I'm not even, there's no kappas. I'm impressed. Uh-oh, call, Blade Mail, pull him back in. Don't get caught, my man. Arteezy runs away. Has 3 missiles coming in at him.
Whoa!
Wow.
Look, they're all very proud
Yeah, man.
of his sick play.
You take every
That's
win
going to
you
be
can
the
get.
game changer right there. Ladies and gentlemen, the turnaround has begun.
Uh-oh. I bet. He's like, I am tired of
Oh,
your shenanigans.
That's a fast Rosh.
Yeah, it's real fast. Do they want to jump on Ramses? Hook not going to connect. Yeah, you know, I have not been feeling the impact of this Pudge at all. Like, no flame onto Ramses, but it just has not really felt like he's been able to do that much.
Yeah, I would say it's been a bit of a tough one. Hard to judge exactly what they were going for with it.
The Roshan is being assaulted now.
I guess he was able to withstand the pressure of the Venom and the Axe, right?
Yeah.
I mean, what other offlaner would have been able to like absorb that and try and create at least some space for his Void?
It's true.
But then after that, it's still a difficult hero to have a good impact with. Unless you hit one of these like crazy high ground hooks. But they have high mobility on the side of VG that if he hooks someone like far out of the place, even on one of these sieges, they're just going to dive in with him.
Right. It does make sense. And they've got so much counter initiation. Ooh, sheepstick.
All right, we have the 8-second soulbind now. This is like level 20 Grimstroke. He's got the +3 hits to kill the Phantom. There's a lot of BKBs though. So.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing too, is that even if you do manage to get like that, well, we'll have to hold that thought. Ori, rooted, looked in. Can they bring him down? Looks like the answer is yes.
Big kill. And now the
Top.
chase. That is one that you got with the Aghanims.
Yeah, Winter's Curse already used, chasing for more. They get one as DY is eventually going to get ran down here.
Abed missed on the XP though. Ugh. He needs 25. He needs to become that maniacal hero.
Oh, he's looked for more but couldn't find it.
Yank killed the regen rune in their face with his Venom ward.
I mean, the thing though is that doesn't take care of the Aegis, so.
Yeah, but it stops the push of the Aegis.
That's true.
It's now harder to work within that window that they're going to have left over.
God, Gyrocopter is 5,000 gold. Oh, man.
He also has a Basher.
Yeah.
The ranged hero strats. When you have the side gunner and you do that NA math again, 25% for a melee hero, then 10% times 2 kind of for gyro. I mean, that makes sense to me.
Oh, yeah. Call a little bit off the mark. Abed going to make his escape.
I think that was more of a, like, I have to jump now because
Yeah.
the stun or the hex is ending, so.
Oh.
What did you learn?
He tries to slight touch and still gets hit by the last one. So throw a few of those thrown out. So 29 to 19, but the real story is a 12,000 net worth lead, and Vici just looking very, very strong and not really overextending ever. It doesn't feel like they've made any major errors as of yet.
I mean, Ori getting picked off is
Yeah.
like the biggest mistake of this whole series, it feels like, where it's like, oh wow, he was actually kind of out of place and by himself.
And now, going to group together.
Imagine if they get this now. I mean, they're in that territory. He's not walking up here. DY.
Oh, Ori
Oh,
Gotta be
jeez. It's a hard
careful.
place to fight.
The chase, gotta be cool. That time walk away, but the X now, the BKB already out. They're trying to control. It's on to Ramsey. He's using that Winter's Curse, and well, the turnaround now. The Chronosphere is there onto both of them, but where's the Chain Frost? There's no follow-up here at all. Trying to kill off Ori, but they just have to back out, and Chrono's been used. They buy back on another. The taunt comes out. Forstaff trying to save their core.
If they get out of here, this is impressive. Abed now in the backlines here, trying to mess with DY. He's going for the DY. Oh, he got caught! He didn't get the Remnant out.
X.
He's still fine.
Nice.
All right, we're good. He had BKB left. I just assumed he would have used it by now.
He uses it afterwards to make his
Yo,
escape.
careful though. There is a scythe here, and it's gonna end. Yo, Yang
Oh my
wants
god.
this. All right.
Yule Scepter needs to do the slight stuff, but the Hex comes out. PYW hook, trying to save a life.
Right.
Abed, the call, they got him. Oh no, the dunk is coming in a second. They don't take him down. He doesn't get away.
Now, we did say we didn't feel the impact of the Pudge, but Ramses has done that several times this game, to be fair.
true.
Mind you, he didn't live that time, but almost.
And no buyback on the Ember. He's 345 gold away.
That's a lane.
Well,
Still a
stunned
minute
up
left on this Aegis.
on the gyrocopter. And immediate turnaround with the Satanic. EG hoping to make something happen. They've got everything thrown out that they possibly can. Chain Frost as well. The jump away from Arteezy. Paparazzi's taking a lot of damage, but it's not enough, and the hook is not going to connect. The Chain Frost is literally just tickling Yang, doing nothing.
All right, he's almost wanting to die at this point. He's only got 40 seconds. Yeah, he wants to go SD to that tower. And the hook out of Aegis. Oh,
Good for it.
I mean, I don't even know if he wanted him there. There's still
Yeah.
a hex here.
Not finding it. BKB comes out. Oh, he popped the ulti onto the Lotus Orb. Yang held on to that for so long. Hook catches onto the creep. 14,000 gold. Vici not afraid of anything. Chrono is still on cooldown for another 22 seconds. And even afterwards, it feels like they just don't have the damage to deal with these heroes. Too much survivability right now.
Yeah,
from
once
Vici.
again, safety Dota here from Vici. So they're just going to take the melee racks and back, knowing that that Ember's coming back soon, and he does have extremely long chase potential. So don't want to open up any opportunities here for EG for some pick-off comebacks, as they just want to make sure there's no need to use buybacks or anything. Get nice and stable and set up here for that next potential Rosh opportunity when that cycle comes back around.
We've got so many things that are tough to deal with. Also saw there the Kunkka trying to be the damage dealer, going for the Tidebringer extra cleave instead of the Flate. Kind of an interesting decision, but makes sense considering he's so farmed.
Yeah, now you have Abed needs to get 25, and he needs that Linken's. Like now, as you said, with the Winter's Curse earlier, but now especially that we've built into that scythe from the Veno. Like, it's a complete necessity at this point in the game.
And Veno's almost at 25 too, and that if he goes for it, the plus 800 Poison Nova AoE is kind of insane. Just fill the whole screen. Not sure if he's going to go for that or the Plague Wards. Just thinking the Poison Nova since he went for the extra duration.
Yeah, the Plague Wards are kind of odd. They don't really feel that good. Like, I don't really foresee a slow siege being the answer to this game, even though they have terrible heroes for killing the Plague Wards, right? They have 3 melee cores, so I'm down if he wants to try it.
Right.
I don't necessarily know if you need the increased AoE on the Poison Nova. It kind of feels like you hit everyone anyway.
Yeah, it's true.
So,
Ooh, DD
either option's fine.
down bottom. As he drops his bottle, giving that over to Big Papa.
That should be his next name change, I think.
Oh, I would love that so much.
That's better than Eurus. Do we want Big Poppy, though?
Big Poppy?
Yeah, throw it there.
I like that idea. Hook.
Hook check there from Ramses, but he's going to get face checked.
They find him regardless. DD already out, taking a lot of damage. As the Hex is there, already down to half HP. This Pudge is not feeling strong in the least bit. Godlike Eurus is the TP away from Fly, but guess what? The Torrent is already there. They dunk him down dead. They both have buyback, but it is feeling like almost a foregone conclusion at this point, unless something simultaneously magical and tragic were to happen.
Well, Yang will spot the invisible Ember stealing his bounties. And he does have the 25. He has the charge restore time. And he's closing on that Linken's. So perhaps Abed can just go absolutely nuts this next fight, but we already know there's so much survivability on that Radiant side that it's, you know, that's only going to be a piece of what is necessary to actually win this fight. Everything has to go perfectly.
And it does not feel like Vici really care that much about anything. Yang, he has the Nova AoE.
Not even winning.
Oh no. Oh no. Hex, the back away. X. He X'd him for some reason. It was all an elaborate bait to set up for this. The Poison Nova hits onto absolutely everybody. Do they have the follow-up damage? Torrent already out there. Ramsey's force-staffed by his team. They have the Chain Frost in a second if they want to use it possibly, but already down super low. Grimstroke about to die. The Chain Frost bouncing, not doing nearly enough damage. Abed, does he find him in the backline to get the kill? Okay, maybe a chance for a turnaround here. Possibly EG finding their footing as they've killed all 3.
They got them all. A 4th hero to fall.
Don't look now, ladies and gentlemen.
Abed? Oh, maybe not a 4th. He's Yang? Yang
That's a
crazy?
little scary. Chase, slight jump. Oh, that's a triple. What a player. Oh, he got him at the end.
Wow, I did not think he was going to get that last hit. Okay.
Rosh? Rosh is up.
Yeah, they went without it. I like clicked paparazzi and I was like, oh yeah, they don't have that thing.
Dude, how are you just gonna like wait around for so long and then not wait for Rosh to respawn? They were playing so safe for forever.
You kind of saw a moment. You bait them into the pit. This is all an elaborate scheme. There's no winner's curse. There's no gyro buying back yet. This is the true bait.
There were a couple of buybacks. If EG could find this fight right now, this would be a huge moment for them.
Oh my god, okay, that Poison Nova AoE is humongous.
It's really big.
800 AoE is a pretty crazy number. That's
at that.
800 in both directions, ladies and gentlemen.
It's absolutely insane amounts.
All right, yeah, I changed my mind. This is definitely the play. Don't ever go the other one.
So this right here is a little bit of a scary situation.
Dude, they're smoking with no chrono.
All the buybacks have been used. Poison Nova's about to be back up again. You gotta watch out for the opening there. Dude. Jump in. Abed wanting to make a little bit of space. RTZ finding an opening. Ori's down fairly low. The big call there onto 2, though, trying to blow them up. If they die at this point, there aren't buybacks on the side of the Radiant. They buy back on the ledge. Abed trying to take down DY. Can they kill him up? RTZ, he's in the backline. The Dismember's doing so much, but no, the Satanic gets off. Now the follow-up. Abed trying to run away. Can they find that kill? There's 3 dead. EG, they pull a miracle. Are you kidding me? Abed able to make the escape. EG, they make it all happen. Goodness gracious me, oh my. Oh, the dunk. Oh, PYW, he bought him. He bought him. That's what they call it. As he gets on over to the shrine, looking for this kill. But at this time, this is tons of space created. Go hit buildings. They're all dead for forever.
I mean, the instant buyback, he's clearing out some waves top, but they should know, right? I mean, how many of these are timers? Like, all of them?
All of them. They just popped
Yeah,
back.
like...
Dude, run it down mid.
Any confusion here.
Oh, God. Satanic is still up there. You take a look at this point in time in the game. The win probability, I'm sure, has been a... Apparently, it's all EG. 100%. The game is actually over.
The server went down, I see.
They can't handle it.
How convenient.
Winter Wyvern back up again. And the jump in, the call, it connects onto 2. It's a big old opening. Is it going to be enough? Abed able to make the escape. Just barely by the skin of his teeth as they find that kill. He's done everything for EG, and now they need just a little bit more as Tier 4 towers being assaulted so low. They're buying Meteor Hammers, for goodness sake.
I mean, it's
EG pull it back from the depths, and they force it to a Game 3.
I mean, it only takes 1, but man, I have to give so much credit to the way RTZ played these fights when he didn't have chrono. Like, they get that DD rune, and he just jumps across the river. He gets 1 target, and then he just locks right onto that gyrocopter. And Ramses goes onto the Veno. They're kind of splitting up, but it's managing to work. And Evil Genie says, how many times did we say Vici didn't make a mistake? And finally, they make 1. A single solitary mistake.
That's all it takes.
And God, Dota is such a cruel, cruel mistress.
Oh, it hurt. It gotta hurt so bad.
I can't believe they go high. You're like clicking the inventory of the gyro. It's like, oh yeah, they like went higher with a DD instead of an Aegis. It feels like that's what this boiled down to.
You just like all of the graphs, just the plummet
Man, that's
down.
a serious.
That is absurd. And I don't even know if I had time to catch up on all of it.
I mean, you guys weren't done, right? You guys didn't want to go to bed, huh? No, I don't think so. You wanted some more Dota too. Thank goodness I saved that monster for Game 3. That's all I'm gonna say.
All right, we got to go back to the panel, see what they thought about that insanity. See you guys for game number 3 right after this.
Whoa, that was crazy, my friends. EG, they managed to take game number 2. That means there will be a third game. But I'm joined over here by Capinoti Pixel, and that looked pretty Vici Gaming favored, my friends.
Yeah.
What the hell? Break this shit down.
I mean, Vici Gaming. I mean, this whole series, I was just thinking, these guys are great. They never mess up. They know what to do. And then, how did they? I mean, what would that's a throw right there. I mean, these 4 buybacks into trying to defend a Rosh, they still had tier 2s up in both the lanes. They just went into full panic mode, and then it was game. They just lost it.
I mean, what actually
They panicked way more than they needed to.
Were they that scared of? Was Void the best hero in this game? Like at the end game when he gets the 25% backtrack, because it feels like once he got that, that's when they started freaking out. Was it that big of a deal?
I mean, I think they were probably real scared of. I lost track of what Roshan that was. Was it going to be Aghanim Sand Refresher?
It was only
it was
3,
just going to be.
It was just the 3rd, I think. Yeah.
I mean, either way, like the Aghanim Sand or Refresher is still like a really big deal when you have a Faceless Void, and I had a entire monologue built up about how like Vici Gaming was like it impressed me so much that 2 games in a row they match into this lineup where they just like heavily control the game and they push it like relatively late. If I told you at the start of a draft, hey, this game's going to go 45 minutes, who's going to win? I'm going to say the EG lineup because like by that point, surely they've come online. But Vici Gaming's so good at controlling the game and not like panicking too much and always just like slowly like the boa constrictor, just slowly choking the life force out. And then they play it that safe, and then they go high ground when Rosh is up. And then they panic that they've died while Rosh is up, so they have to fight Rosh, and then they just lose the game.
Yeah, it was definitely an interesting ending. I mean, if you're an EG fan out there, you're obviously happy. If you're a Vici fan, you're like, this seems to be an easy major force, and it was only 1 game. We should be cool, right?
Yeah,
it is still only 1-1, but
so
how tilty does that game make a team? Does RTK go in there and just say, what the?
Oh, I
just,
think
like, whoop
if you're
some
one of the
ass, or what?
players, you're hiding behind the chairs. You're out that room before RTK comes back in.
RTK's good.
You don't want to be in that room when RTK comes back in after that.
Holy crap.
Because the thing is, someone's going to have to break the news to RTK because he started walking back to the room when he was like, well done, boys, we're going to win this. He opens the door. He's going to see everyone sat there and it's sort of just silence. He's like, we won, right? Someone's got to tell RTK we didn't win. That's not going to go down well with the boss.
It was definitely a toe when you're a Vici Gaming fan. So I mean, what honestly though, what do you take from that game? I'll let each of you take a team. Like if you're Vici Gaming, like what do you honestly learn from that? That Void is the best level 25 hero, or that we got to be more calm?
I mean, I think they already kind of knew stuff like that. I'm honestly not sure what they really need to take out of him. Maybe they need to push the pace a little bit more. Maybe they're being a little bit too slow.
Yeah, when they have that giant lead.
Yeah, when they have that big of a lead, maybe they do need to take a little bit of who are some of the teams that really go for it? IG, TNC. Take maybe a slight little page out of their book and say, hey, we're up by this much. They can't fight us. Let's just go end it.
EG, what can they learn, Owen?
I think they can learn that sometimes they get lucky and the enemy team just throws it away. That game, it was Vici Gaming's match, and
yeah, it was.
I think that whole sort of sort of scenario, like, sure they failed that push onto high ground, they lost a very bad team fight, but buying back, because you got to think, right, buybacks are an incredibly powerful tool, and obviously Vici Gaming, someone made the call and said, we want to use these buybacks for the Rosh, which it's a risk in itself, because buybacks for a high ground defense are always going to be so more effective than for a Roshan, because what you're doing, you're just resetting the plane, you're starting off another team fight from scratch. But if you're saying, all right, we'll just let EG have the Roshan, we'll wait until we respawn, we're going to have a tough fight because they're going to have Aegis, Cheese, Aghanim's Blessing, but you're going to have 2 lives in that fight back to back, and then you're going to have a much better chance of holding on to the game, trying for another push to high ground. You'd already taken away a lot of EG's base. Vici Gaming just went into full panic mode when they didn't need to. There was still absolutely a very high chance that they were going to win that game, and then they just said, nope.
Nah, we good.
EG's so good at like the part of the reason they're so good at the later game strategies is because they have this bend don't break style where they don't get into like too many like just game losing team fights. You know, they'll bleed out heroes, but they're always getting something a little bit back for it every single time. And you know, that game was a really good showing of them just like holding on to the game bit by bit. That being said, I think Evil Geniuses probably learned like how scary that Winter Wyvern is with Vici Gaming. They had such cool combos lined up with it. This 4-position axe that we haven't seen before, laid on top of like just, you know, Kunkka. We've seen Kunkka Wyvern before, but I feel like Vici Gaming really pushed that to the limits and just how good this looks. This chain stun combination off of Winter's Curse.
Looked pretty good. I would say I got one more question for you. This Pudge, were you impressed with it?
You know what? Let me take over the hosting here for a moment here. Grant, this Pudge, were you impressed with it?
I was not. I was not very impressed. In the last couple fights, he missed 9 aggressive hooks in a row, but I will say his aggressive hooks were not on point, but his defensive hooks were really good, I thought. Like, he did get quite a few saves near the base and whatnot, but...
So you're saying the hooks where the people he's trying to hook can actually walk into the hooks?
Yes.
He's good at those.
Yes.
But the ones where the people he's trying to
dodging.
hook, they can walk away from the hook, he's not very good at those.
That is what I picked up from the game, yes.
Okay.
Not if it, I mean, obviously we saw him when we casted during the qualifiers. He looked a little bit better. I mean, that is NA qualifiers, obviously, compared to playing against Vici Gaming. But no, that is the end of game number 2. If you were here and you thought this shit was over, you were wrong. We have a game number 3, so make sure to stick around. Who's going to play TNC? You'll have to find out.